During the first arc of the Boruto anime, a lot of fans quickly came to the conclusion that Mitsuki was way ahead of the new generation. The only one that most fans think can hold a candle to him is Sumire, the seemingly quiet class rep from the Boruto anime. However, in today's Naruto discussion, I plan to explain to you why Mitsuki is far more advanced, skilled, and more powerful than you can ever imagine him out to be. Jumping right into Mitsuki's power, we have to start at Mitsuki's Sage Mode. Now, if you're an anime-only viewer, you might be asking yourself, what is he talking about? Mitsuki never showed signs of using or knowing Sage Mode in the Boruto anime or in the Boruto movie. Well, this is again where we must turn to the numerous side projects that were released after the Naruto manga ended. In early 2016, Kishimoto himself drew a special 40-page chapter that was meant for a setup for the Boruto manga, which was included as a bonus chapter in volume 1 of the Boruto manga. In this chapter, Mitsuki shows off a few impressive feats. He's quickly able to react to Suigetsu's point-blank attack and counter it, though it should be worth noting that Suigetsu admitted that he was only testing Mitsuki's skill as a ninja. Most importantly, during the aftermath of Orochimaru's battle with Mitsuki's older brother Log, Mitsuki's emotional outburst leads to him consciously drawing out his Sage Mode power. Now, this is what's really interesting. Before it happened, Orochimaru flat out stated that Mitsuki had a dormant power that surpassed even his own, and he was referring to Mitsuki's Sage Mode. As we all know, Sage Mode in itself is a massive power boost, but Mitsuki's Sage Mode is different than the one we saw Naruto and Jiraiya use. Mitsuki has Dragon Sage Mode. If you recall, when Shikamaru's father learned that Naruto had learned Sage Mode, he told Shikamaru that Sage Mode put Naruto on a whole different level of power. The same can be said for Mitsuki. Orochimaru isn't someone who half-heartedly boasts, which means that his words to Mitsuki must hold weight, either in direct comparison to their current power or most likely Mitsuki's potential once he learns to control Sage Mode. Now, this is where we go back to the Mitsuki versus Sumire fight. Ask yourself, did it really look like Mitsuki was struggling? Not really. Between Mitsuki already having multiple changes in chakra nature at this point in the story, as well as his ability to stretch his limbs, he also has Sage Mode. At any given point, Mitsuki could have outright killed Sumire if he took the fight seriously, but he likely dragged it out to see what Boruto's reaction would be. Since we know from the chapter as well as the Boruto novels and the Boruto anime that Mitsuki is always gauging Boruto to see what his response will be. The reason being is Mitsuki's purpose is to be the sun to Boruto's moon, meaning that Boruto's light is what shines on the Mitsuki, allowing his moon to reflect the light, because as we all know, the moon itself is not able to put off light to illuminate the darkness. Instead, it reflects the light of the sun itself. The fact that Mitsuki is already clearly above his peers without showing his true power is more than enough proof of his dormant power. If Mitsuki had used Sage Mode during the tuning exams, he would have demolished the competition, but he didn't. While an argument can be made that Boruto has the most potential in terms of skill, not power, out of all the new generation, Mitsuki is the perfect combination of skill and power, and might perhaps be the biggest genius that the Hidden Leaf Village has seen since the likes of Neji Hyuga and Sasuke Uchiha. The craziest part is that Mitsuki is still growing as a character in terms of growth and power, which means that when he finally uses his Sage Mode in battle, he will have effectively jumped into a whole different class than his peers. So let me know what you guys think about this. Are you fascinated by Mitsuki having Sage Mode? And if Mitsuki uses Sage Mode in a battle, who would you like to see him go up against? That's it for this discussion video today, guys. If you're new, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day, guys.